This is the social media platforms.
Yes. So my uncle is Uncle YouTube, you know. So if you type my name, Mustafa Njai Taf, my uncle will tell you everything about me.
I like that.
And then my auntie, actually, no, it's the other way around. My uncle is Uncle Google.
Uncle Google.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and then my auntie YouTube. So if you're out there now, just type my name and they will tell you everything that you need to know about me.
Wow.
So we can go into other issues rather than trying to tell you who I am.
Yes. Wow. Yes. Well, that was an amazing intro.
Yeah.
We've never had that sort of intro here. You know, I think what stood out for me the most is your uncle and auntie.
Yes.
You know, I've never heard it in that
but
format.
anybody who's anybody in this world,
yes.
You know, if you type their names on social media, they must pop up.
No, it's true. It's
on
true.
the World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's
true. So
true.
that's what I do. At times people come to me, they meet me, and then they want to make up all those stories.
Yes.
If you hand over a card to me, whilst you are talking to me, I'm on my phone, and I just type your name out.
Yeah.
And then it will pop up.
That's right.
So whatever you're telling me, I will know.
Yes.
And that's what my uncle and my auntie are good at. They're excellent.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right. So, growing up in the Gambia, did you have any challenges as a youngster growing up? Were you affected by peer pressure? Did you always know what you wanted to do in life, your career-wise, or how did that all come into place?
Well, I was born to a moderate family in Banjul.
Banjul, okay.
You know, from very humble backgrounds.
Yeah.
I mean, as you know, as Gambians, we're very contented, very laid back, and it goes down from history.
Yes.
And my father was a public servant, you know, and then my mother was a street seller. She would sell sandwiches, you know, to school children and also to some institutions.
Yeah.
And I grew up helping mom in preparing this food.
Oh, wow.
So at home, my background is I was disciplined and raised up, you know, to be doing household works that some youngsters will not do today.
Yes.
And I came from a family of 5 girls and a brother.
Oh, wow.
So it's 7 of us. So growing up in Banjul, if you know Banjul very well, it's made up of 2 areas. You got Half Dye and Soldier Town.
Yeah.
So I was born in Half Dye and then grew up in Soldier Town.
Okay.
So I moved to Soldier Town when I was 10.
Okay.
And then went to high school, primary school, obviously in Half Dye, and to a Methodist school.
Oh.
And then there are 7 Creole. So you see, Creole, all the Creole people there.
Yes,
they ask me now, who's this Creole? This guy may talk Creole. I say, boy, me I go to Creole school. I have a lot of Creole friends there.
Yes.
But that's on the side. So I went to Methodist primary school.
Primary school, okay.
You know, then from there I went to Gambia High School, which was in Soldier Town.
Yeah.
And at the time of going to high school, way back in 1969,
wow, that's a
there
long
were
time.
only 3 high schools in the whole of the Gambia.
Wow.
So you can imagine, and education was at that level.
Yes.
So my educational background was I went to high school and graduated from high school 50 years ago in 1975. But what made me who I am was that I had excellent results in woodwork. And I was very passionate about woodwork. And doing woodwork at the time, I mean, apart from the practicals, the theories, we also did technical drawing.
Yeah.
And that's my background as a draftsman and also as my foundation in construction.
Right. So that's where it comes from.
Yes.
Doing woodwork, in some countries they call it design and technology, which is the same
That
thing.
came later. That came later. But those days it was woodwork. And metalwork.
Whoa.
But then technical drawing came in later as part of these subjects. And now the newer generation now call it what? Design and
technology.
Some they call it even masonry, they call it trowel technology.
Yes, everything.
They keep changing now.
Changing names.
Oh, my friend. A
Just to
mason
make it fancy and nice.
Yes.
Yes. Right. So from that, you have a very interesting upbringing.
Yeah.
Being at a Methodist school and learning Creole. And at what age or at what stage of growing up did you decide I want to go into building houses, real estate? When was that all manufactured in your brain? When did you see that vision, if I put it that way? Okay, first, let us start by the foundation. In everything you do in life, it's good to have a solid foundation. Correct.
So my foundation, as I said, was carpentry, and never having any inferiority complex on doing carpentry.
Right, okay.
So, you know, some people, they are skilled in doing certain trades and skills, But because they think it's inferior to what they think is today, they will drop it.
Okay, I see what you
You
mean.
know, I had the skills that I can work with my hands. I wasn't good in writing text like literature, English literature, chemistry, science, and so on. So my natural skills were on working with my hands.
Okay.
So I didn't miss that point. There are quite a number of people who would have ended up like me, but they had a complex in doing it. Nobody wants to be called a carpenter or a mechanic, but that's what you're meant to be. That's what you are good at. So one, I was lucky that I never had a complex in doing it.
Yes.
So then from there, because it was in 1975, and my teachers then, who were my mentors, said that, look, this guy here, he's so skillful in carpentry, we shouldn't allow him to drop it. So then I was hired by the same school to teach the junior school.
That's an
So we graduated in June, end of June. So September when school opened, I was in the same school teaching woodwork to the junior class. And that's when my working career started. And I never stopped till then. Now, fast track, I taught at Gambia High School as a junior teacher. Then I moved on to another Catholic school, technical school in Lamin, where I also taught as a junior instructor in carpentry. Then a year later, I joined Balfour Beatty. I'm sure you know them here.
I know Balfour Beatty,
Yeah, Balfour Beatty was in the Gambia, a British international construction company. And I was hired as an engineer's assistant. So my working career in construction started there. Now, fast track, during a 15-year period, I mean, I did my apprenticeship. Worked for Balfour Beatty in all areas of construction. Then I went and worked for Afro-Atlantic Louis Diaz, who were Spanish and Germans. You know, then from there I worked for a British and Gambian a partnership. It was Cisse and Sons Construction. And then in 1990 I started my own business. And therefore it is very important for the young ones who are listening that it is important for you to do your apprenticeship. Doing your apprenticeship meaning you are learning from others.
Correct.
So if you're making any errors, you will commit those errors within those setups.
That's right.
So after 1990, it means that, well, I was well prepared, well baked to go out now in the open. And I started as a small-time contractor, building houses for private individuals. Now, after a while, between 1990 and close to 2000, I now went into affordable housing delivery. And then from there, I've just been scaling up.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing. But you said something very vital there. You said you should not neglect your passion. Technically, that was your passion.
Yes.
Because a lot of people are skilled in certain things, but because it doesn't carry a big title like accountant or things like that,
doctors,
they put it to one side. And I think that's where the problem starts.
Yes.
And you picked up on that. You realized what your gift was, and you worked on it, and look at where it's taking you now, and you're going global. Right, we're going to pause there because what I want the engineer to do, I'd like the engineer to play the clip of Mr. Tuff's company and what they're doing, and we're going to take it from there.
Excellent.
Wow, that was amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And also congratulations for your lifetime award you received at the House of Commons yesterday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We thank God
Thank
for
you.
Thank God for your life.
Yeah.
How was Tough birthed?
So when I started at first, I started with building for private individuals.
Okay.
But you see, whilst I was working for my last employer,
Yeah.
I mean, I was also allowed to do private works.
Yes.
And because Gambia is so small,
Yeah.
I mean, I had certain values that people looked up and said, look, this
Yeah.
guy is serious.
Yeah.
Because, if you go back, 30-something years ago,
Yeah.
there were not too many serious contractors that would deliver.
Correct.
So I started by making sure I addressed these needs. And very quickly I realized that the bigger number of people who wanted my services were outside of the Gambia, meaning in the diaspora.
That's right. Okay.
And we all know the story, and it's still happening.
Yeah.
Where there are people who are here in the diaspora who are, saving their money, wanting to send money back home for buildings, and they will never get it.
Yeah.
So I address these, making sure that any money they send, we deliver the right services.
Correct.
So we started that and keeping great values of good customer service, delivering the services that we're paid for, great value for money.
Yeah.
And then it just exploded.
Wow. No, that's amazing, because now you've not only established yourself in the Gambia, you've also established in Nigeria, and recently you've established in Sierra Leone. Just give us a bit of how that happened.
Okay, after starting in 2000 in doing housing, I just quickly realized that look, Gambia's population was too small.
Yeah.
And I had a big vision then. I thought, look, I wanted to make a mark in the continent at that age. So again, look at it, 2000 to date is about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I had that dream.
Yeah.
That look, for who I am and what I want to do, I mean, a population of today 2.5 million is nothing.
Yeah.
So I need to go the sub-region, and then from there conquer the continent.
Correct.
So first I went to Mali. Mali is landlocked, and then it's French speaking, so it was difficult.
Okay.
So I failed there. I tried Senegal, French speaking, and again the ways of doing business,
different.
The Anglophone and the Francophone is quite different.
Okay.
So fast track again by divine means.
I like
a friend of mine was on a flight to South Africa, and he was sitting next to a Nigerian who worked at the top in government in Nigeria, and somehow my name came up.
Ooh.
This guy was very passionate about affordable housing. And my friend told him that, look, I know a friend of mine, a Gambian, who can sort you out.
Wow.
So they contacted me, fast track. I was introduced to the governor of Rivers State at the time, Governor Rotimi Amechi.
Yeah.
It was in 2012 or so.
Yeah.
So I went there, and then we signed a public-private partnership to build about 1,000 units, which is now the Riftaf Golf Estate.
Wow.
And that was done successfully. So from there, I'm exposed to the world today through Wode Maya, who's my adopted son. Kudos to him. He's recently doing great things like in Lesotho.
Wow.
So he interviewed me, and the interview went viral. And that's the power of social media.
Correct.
So from there, government started looking for me.
Yeah.
But Sierra Leone, to be specific, the first lady is half Gambian. I mean, the mom is from Gambia. And we knew her. She was doing her business at one time in the Gambia.
Yeah.
And she knew what I was doing. So when her husband got the position of a president, they invited me over, and fast track, I'm there now. We signed a public-private partnership, and I'm developing a 5,000 units, what we call the Tetteh Salon Micro City.
Wow, micro city.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah. But we're structured. In anything you do in life, I mean, you have to be structured. Because for me, I mean, I am not looking at my competition that's close to me. They are not competitors to me. But I'm looking at the world in general. And I ask myself that if Mark Zuckerberg can do it, if Bill Gates can do it,
correct.
Today, if Elon Musk can do it, why can't Mustafa Njai do it?
And he has done it.
Yeah. So that's where we are looking. And again, in terms of development, I look at places like Dubai, the UAE, and I ask myself, I mean, if they're doing it UAE, why can't we do it in Africa?
Correct.
I come close here. When I walk down the streets in London,
I
see the development that are going on. I see the streets, how organized they are. You want to catch a train, and within a second, it's there at the right time.
Correct.
So then I ask myself all the time, look, why can't we do it?
Yes.
And that's what inspires me. I would like to turn out to all you Africans who are there, especially those who are in public offices, to ask yourself this question all the time. Because we all visit places like this.
Correct.
And it works. So if it works here, why is it that we are not making it work there?
Yeah.
And that is what pushes me to break, the barriers to make it happen.
Correct. That's amazing, because I was reading one of your feeds and you mentioned, why can't these infrastructures be like the same ones at home? Why can't we replicate them back home?
Yeah.
But above all, what touched me was what you said afterwards. It says, I hope we can do this in our lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we will be able to do it in our lifetime by God's grace. If we have people like yourselves, dedicated, humble, willing to go the extra mile just to make a difference, it can be done. Like you have on your flyers, leave work and play.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be done. But let me tell you, I mean, life is more of a relay than a 100-meter dash.
Correct.
That's a quote I use all the time.
Yeah.
Meaning that I don't have to finish the race.
Yes,
I
you started. Yeah.
I start, and it's a relay.
Yeah, we take the button.
I play my own role.
Yeah.
Like now it's 50 years of work, and that's the role that I need to play. I'm holding the baton at the time, and the baton is now being handed over.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sitting here with you. I have been in London for a week.
Yeah.
But there are things ongoing big time in Nigeria. There are things that are ongoing big time in Sierra Leone, and the same in the Gambia, and I am not there. Now there are the younger generation who are now taking up the baton. And when you pass over the baton, whilst I am still running, the baton is on one hand,
correct,
being passed over, and they've just started their journey.
Yeah.
So in the next 50 years, there are others who are responsible who are going to do it.
Yes.
And that's one thing that a visionary needs to understand.
Correct.
That you don't have to finish the race.
Just
and
make
you
a start.
cannot finish the race.
Yeah.
Everybody has a role to play whilst you are holding that baton.
Wow.
And make sure you do it right and don't drop the baton.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
When do you find time for your family with all these going on?
Oh, I'm here with my wife.
Oh, wow, amazing, amazing, amazing.
Because next week we are celebrating 40 years of marriage.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And this is a question I get all the time, but how do you find time? And there's so much time in the world. I mean, 24 hours. The thing is, the problem we have is we try to take over, more than what we can do.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and my advice is only bite what you can chew.
Correct.
Life is more of a buffet than an a la carte.
Oh, yes.
You know what happens on a buffet?
Yes.
You go there, everything is there, but you can't finish it all.
Correct.
What do you do?
Take
you
a
just
piece.
take a bit of it.
Yeah.
On your plate, and you're filled up. You leave the rest for others.
Yes.
So for me, I have a life that I run, which is a buffet.
Yeah.
And this buffet, I take a bit of everything, I chew and swallow and enjoy it.
Wow.
The rest I leave there for somebody else. That's why I have time for everything.
Wow.
I don't joke with my fitness. I go to the gym all the time.
Wow.
I clock on average 12,000 steps every day.
Wow, that is amazing.
I sleep on average 8 hours a day. Nowadays I enjoy my tool, which is my phone, which I carry everywhere. And thank God to technology, even where I'm at 33,000 feet, I can still be online.
With your auntie and uncle.
That's right, my auntie and uncle. I can do things. So therefore, the way to do it is not to carry too much.
It's true.
The last time I signed a check, a corporate check, was about 20 years ago.
Wow.
That's not my job. I am a CEO. I am up there. I am supposed to be thinking what is going to happen. Vision, structures, policies.
Correct.
There's somebody else's work to make sure that they sign the checks.
Correct.
When I tell people that, look, operating in Nigeria, I don't have anybody who is Gambian. My whole staff are Nigerian. Some cannot believe it. Oh, how can you trust them? And it's big money. Who am I not to trust them?
Correct.
They have worked for it. They have been tested. They have worked for me for over 12 years. So therefore, they do everything. And I sit at the top, do what I am doing.
Wow.
And that is why I am where I am.
Wow, that is amazing. That is a mouthful you've said. If I had a pen, I would take notes. But I think I'm taking mental notes.
Don't worry, you can go back, replay, and then take your time and take the notes. That's why we are being recorded.
Right, the vision. 1 million homes for 2038. That is amazing.
Yeah, okay, the thing is, as I said, when I went to Nigeria and successfully delivered the Riftstaff Golf Estate of 1,000 units, then I asked myself, because I want to always break my own records.
Correct.
I don't wait for my competition to catch up before I move on.
Yes.
So then I asked myself, what next? Now, if here you are, being Gambian, coming from a small country with a very small economy, you have been able to come to Nigeria, compete and do this. What next?
Yeah.
So now, obviously, when you are a visionary, you need to go long term.
Correct.
So I started thinking long term. Then, okay, how about looking at 20 years? So have the master plan all done for 20 years and then go for that million, making a difference.
Correct.
Because the deficit on affordable housing, Nigeria alone is over 20 million. So we haven't even scratched the surface on the deficit.
Wow.
So for us to catch up now, you need to have 20 people like myself, but delivering it now.
Now, correct.
Not 20 years. So then I launched this. So started in the Gambia. Gambia is home. We had a new government in 2016. So I went in there and said, you know what? Gambia, the capital is Banjul, with about 250 hectares of land. So I said, look, I want to make a statement. So I went out, about 1 hour away from this main city so that I can get access land. I bought the land for 500 hectares, double.
Wow. So
what we're building in the Gambia, called Tough City, is twice bigger than the capital city itself.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a statement and it's private.
Yeah.
So there we go. Then whilst I did that, Sierra Leone came up. They saw how successful Gambia was going, invited me over.
Yeah.
Same thing, we doubled it up. Then Nigeria, with the current governor of River State, came back to me and said, look, we want to do more.
Wow.
So we negotiated, and it's a public-private partnership.
Yeah.
So we're doing 1,000 hectares of land, and we're delivering 20,000 units.
Wow.
Now, when you work it out, if I want to deliver 1 million homes over 20 years, and and obviously we've got some years already gone since 2018.
Yeah.
We need to do about 50,000 houses a year, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
So really, we are rethinking again that yes, that was our plan, but we want to now align our vision with Agenda 2063.
2063. Wow.
That by 2063, we should be able to deliver 1 million homes in Africa.
Wow. For those of you watching, this has been a mouthful. We have in person Mr. Mustafa Njai, CEO of Tough Africa Global Limited. You've heard his story, how he started, how he was passionate about his woodwork, and how that woodwork took him to work for companies like Balfour Beatty. And look at where it's led him now. He's been contracted to build super mega cities in different countries. So for you out there that also have the same ideology, same ethos, but you failed along the line, don't worry, press the reset button. There's still chance for you. If Mr. Mustafa Njai can do it, you can do it as well. And as he said, life for him is like a buffet. You can only eat so much. You can only do so much. He has the baton right now, and he wants to pass that on to other people. So if you've been watching and you've given up in life, let this show revitalize you and make you know there's life in abundance. You can succeed. So until we meet again, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for this, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
We'll see you again. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, perfect time. Ha 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 ha.